Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin String coming at you with my regular Sunday dinner. And tonight, this will be the MRE that was damaged by the U.S. Postal Service and that I had a call to make sure that the contents were fine. And because this is an all of the contents together, so I had already opened this one, as I said, to inspect the damage, and I am certain that this glue did not have it could have happened from the original case that this was sent in when Art and Nina got it, because I got it from foreignmre.com. And the way they packed it, because they did not put glue on anything to seal it. They just used the adhesive strips that are in the box, and then they taped the living crap out of it. So, or this glue could have happened sometime during transit in between them and me, but as you can see, this bag got chewed. But about the AmeriQual MREs, they put their date code on there. It might be hard to see it, and this to focus, but right it would be right below seal, because I have the bag upside down, but this is the date code looks. So this is from 2018, and this on a Ration group I'm in on Facebook. It had replaced, a few years ago, this one had replaced another beef menu. I have had this main before, just not in the original MRE. And we have Aletha and Jeremiah in the house. Thanks for dropping in. This is that, as I was just saying, this is the one that got somehow mangled up in transit, and this glue had dribbled from somewhere. But this is an AmeriQual. This inner wrapper is completely intact. No holes. It did not get chewed on. So everything about this is all there. And there's Chris in the house. Thanks for dropping in. So Southwest beef with black beans. The center wrapper wanted to give me a little grief, but I showed who's boss. So in here we have the main, and here's the pack date on the main. 8157. And here is sleeve that has the ingredients and the nutritional stuff. And it appears some kind of a survey thing on the side. Here is another retort pouch. And sauce. Vanilla pound cake. Here is accessory pack, but it doesn't say whether it's A, B, C, or D, or what. There is nothing on here. There's not even a date code on the accessory pack. Usually these have a date code. Cheese spread. Oh yes, Chipotle Tortillas. I'm very happy to see this because I love these. Mocha cappuccino instant powder. In one of these bags that you could mix in, but of course I'm not going to be doing that. I'll be using my foreign MRE mug. Beef snack, which is basically a thick piece of beef jerky. There's a spoon. Of course, not going to use that because I have my foreign MRE spork. And the last thing in the bag, in that bag, is a FRH, or flameless ration heater. This is a cheese spread with jalapenos. So it just says cheese spread. I would have said jalapenos if it would have been the one with the jalapenos. Even though this is a newer FRH, I'm not going to use this. I'm building up my supply of these. Now I'm going to open up this accessory pack, and it has no labeling on it as to which type or which version. Raspberry drink. That will go in the drinking jar. A packet of salt. This is the peppermint gum. Wet wipe. And the rear roll. I will warm the cheese as well as the tortillas when I go put the beef and black beans on the stove. This is what the cappuccino powder looks like. And this is what the raspberry drink powder looks like. No, these are sugar-free. And so the sweeteners that they use in these, they're more concentrated. They don't take up as much space as regular sugar would. And I'm pretty sure the colors are just as concentrated as the sweeteners. As you can see, it's pretty darn dark. It shows up even darker because I have it on a green tray. Go ahead and put this here. I'm going to go ahead and take this and these two into the kitchen. I'll put this in the pot and I'll just warm these. On the lid if I can. I'll be right back. I just took the kettle back into the kitchen just to get it out of the way. There is Dub C and Rep. Thanks for dropping in. By the way, you all should check out Dub's video where he and he tries out a full 24-hour ration. I'm gonna go ahead and start opening up the other things here. I have the pound cake, apples on top of my coffee mug. I would say this one is probably doesn't seem to be as much to it. So this is either a Jack bar or just some beef stick. Oh, it's even a small one. It's thick, but it's small. I'm literally cutting open the beef stick because it's like it was sealed all the way around. But I don't want it to actually cut into it. There we go. Now I got it open. I decided to cut open the apples instead of use a tear notch. Get back there, you. There we go, got everything opened up except for, we got the tortillas and the cheese in the kitchen warming up. In fact, I'm gonna go flip the tortilla packet over to warm it on the other side. Go ahead and take a taste of this cappuccino. That cappuccino's not too bad. There is James Ortiz in the house. Thanks for dropping in. I'm going to go ahead and take a taste of this beef snack. It just tastes like an extra thick piece of beef jerky. It's not a teriyaki flavor. Just kind of like a peppered, extra thick jerky. That tastes just like you open up a can of apple pie filling. Which wouldn't be too bad. I would eat apple pie filling straight out of the can, just like I would any pie filling, really. I'm going to take a taste of... There is Jay. Thanks for dropping in. This is a Raspberry Type 3. It definitely tastes like an artificial raspberry. Now this vanilla pound cake seemed to have taken a squish, but it still looks pretty good. This is what it looks like on the inside. And there is the source of this MRE. There is foreignmre.com. This is that MRE that I'll show you the bag. That's how it came to me. So something had a chew on it in between you and me, and I think it's a postal service. But because it's an Ameriqual, everything survived intact. This inner wrapper, and they dropped the super chat. For those that have seen a super chat, that is where a monetized channel that enables super chat can accept direct donations from the viewers. Well, Hidden Numismatics is in the house. Well, I didn't see Marilyn drop in. Oh, there she is. Yep. I am going to get one of those gooey butter cakes. I still want that that coffee one. But anyway, I'm about to take a bite of this vanilla pound cake. Oh yeah. That's the one. I want to get that for my birthday in January. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yep, the cake is a little dry, but it holds together pretty well. It's got the sweetness that it should have. Of course, what I could do dip the cake in the spice sauce. Well, I just dipped the cake in that. That definitely works. So after I'm done eating the apples, I'll just dip more of the cake into that sauce because there's a fair amount of it there. Oh, I bet it's a pumpkin cake. But don't tell me. Just let the guest stand and see what happens. Good, because I know that what I had probably at least a year ago, that one was really, really good. And I also want to try some of that coffee. Oh, the beef part of it is right here. And the rest I'm about to get right now. Oh, that was a Chicago who's so here I have the tortillas. The Chipotle tortillas. I will leave them in the wrapper for the time being. In fact, I'll just set them on top of my coffee. I get a paper towel so I can dry off the pouches and take the water. Of course, next Sunday will be that fish curry, a Norwegian Arctic field ration, the fish curry. So I will be doing that. Of course, that one is a dry one, so I don't have to do a pot separate. Okay. Yep, and then I let it sit for a little while. But these sugar-free drinks, they tend to mix a little bit better than the ones with the actual sugar in them. So here is the Southwest beef with black beans. I'll just put that back there. popping off the oxygen absorber. For those that have never seen what the Chipotle tortillas look like, this is what they look like. And warming them does make it easier to separate them. Although they can still break. Here is Arthur, or Archer. And thanks for dropping in, Archer. Good to see you here. This is kind of coming late. Four from 2018. Beef with black beans. Spice to them. I think you can kind of see the extra ingredients that are near the little colored specks. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of just this by itself. The beef is very soft. It's kind of like the texture of a pulled beef. The beans are soft, not excessive. And the corn is soft, but it's not mushy. You can still, yeah, it's just like boiled sweet corn that might be just a little bit softer than that. I just put some of the cheese on the tortilla. This tortilla would have to break underneath there, so that didn't go according to plan. A great addition. Is that a bit of a mix? The cheese actually makes it a bit too salty, as this cheese is quite salty. Using the tortilla does take away from that saltiness and puts a little more, just a little bit more spice in it. But it's still good. As I said at the beginning, I have had this made once before, but it was a standalone, or I had mixed it up. I think I might have put it in one of my Ration mashups. Just a tiny bit spicy, not much. Just enough that you get the flavor. It doesn't taste like just a plain flour tortilla. Yeah, this tortilla is going to break as well, so. Plus, it was laying over my apples. You can see right there where the tortilla actually broke. So I'll go ahead and eat this before I really make a mess of myself. I got a little bit of cheese. I'm just going to squeeze the rest of this in here. Yeah, this main is pretty good on its own. It's just hard to do a wrap with it when the tortillas want to break. That's okay. Thanks for dropping in, Marilyn. Yeah, she has a site called Ann and Allen, Ann spelled out, annandallen.com. And she does the most awesome gooey butter cakes. I was sent one as a sample, like sometime last year. And I had not yet purchased one, but I've been wanting that espresso one. So I'm going to get that for myself for birthday in January. Also have coffee, but in addition to the pre-made cakes that are very well packaged, you can buy the mixes and then just make it at home on your own time. So that's two ways you can get the butter cake, pre-made or in the mix form, and then you just add whatever wet ingredients are needed. And they have coffee, and I do want to try the coffee that they have. So in January, I'll be buying myself a birthday present. And of course, when I get it, I will open it on camera so that all of you can see the deliciousness. Sorry, I just plugged into my power. I forgot to do that earlier. But do check out those gooey butter cakes. Old Smoky has opened them up on camera, and a few others have. Of course, Maryland is a big-time supporter of the Ration community. I just had another drink of the rye drink. I like seeing different flavors in the drink mixes pop up. That way it's not all or fruit punch. Although I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit more. I'd love to see a return to that grape that I bought a bunch of a few years ago. That I drank a few off to a couple of people. And I think Old Smoky has one left of the two that unless he drank it already. Which we now know to be a symptom of the big nasty. He waste of it, so I'm hoping that if he hasn't set one up already, that he will and will actually be able to enjoy it, because it actually has grape juice concentrate in it. I've heard those were only issued as part of a UGR or unitized group ration. In place of the other drink powders that actually have no juice of any kind. It's all artificial flavor. But that grape drink is so good. I've decided that I better hold on to the few that I have left, at least for a while. I'm gonna nibble on some more of this beef snack. Oh, wow. There you go, James. Go on to AnnandEllen.com. Buy yourself a birthday cake. Convince someone to buy it for you. Oh, yeah. It's a good one. I've had this entree before, but this is the first time I've actually had it in the original MRE. But even though the tortillas broke, they still made a good addition to this. I'm glad I got the Chipotle ones. Back to this cappuccino. I had a backup plan in case it would have been a regular coffee. I had ordered this almond amaretto from, I got it from allmres.com. So this would be my backup plan if I just got a regular coffee, but I'll sit on this one. I'm going for these apple pieces. They're quite soft, just like what you would expect in a pie filling. I wouldn't be surprised if the company that actually made this just used a pie filling recipe and just packed it in retorts. But the spice of it is pretty good. In fact, I have cans of apple pie filling in my kitchen that when I get in the mood for it, I'll just open one up and just eat it as a dessert. And call it good. I have no idea what kind of apples are in this. If it's a tart apple, the sugar in there counters that tartness. And I ate a Granny Smith apple as part of my lunch today, so I know it's not that tart. But this is still pretty good. I can just pick up the spices. If cinnamon doesn't overpower, there might be some clove and there might be some nutmeg. Now, typical spices that you would put in a dessert, or there could be allspice in there. I'm using the fork end of the spork so I can just pick up the apple because I want to dip the pound cake into the sauce. I have one ration order that is still outstanding. That is from Minotaur Trading Company. And then last week I got a box from Jack of Trades. I won a giveaway that he had done, and I'd made my choice of the rations that he had. And then the other two winners Well, one winner had not made a choice, so I was given first choice. And then the third winner, who was picked after me, got to make a choice. And then I don't know if the first winner either just never bothered to contact him or just didn't care about what would be sent. So anyway, so I will unbox that one when I get my Minotaur order, because I actually used a discount code that Jack of Trades had on that particular order. So I want to shout out his channel at the same time that I'm shouting out Minotaur Trading Company, since I used Jack's code on that order to cut the price down a little bit. I've used the Old Smokies code before on an order, so maybe next time if someone else has a discount code, I'll probably use it. You know, spread the love around, so to speak. But I got some, I think what will be some pretty cool items in that Minotaur order that I think will be fun to show off. So I have one of their version of the Arctic field rations, and that will be as a Norwegian Arctic ration. There was a little piece of apple core that had slipped in with the apples. I'll go for a serious dunk. Actually, that was my get-home bag. I still have not done a video on my bug-out bag. That's a completely different. Oh. I know I watched one of your most recent videos, Aletha, but I'm not sure if it's, I'd have to go back and see which one that actually was, but yeah, go, yeah, Aletha has the channel, let's see, put the name of your channel. At Kester's Corner, that's KESTERSKORNER. So if you look for that. Too bad YouTube doesn't allow people to just immediately go to a person's channel from, you know, from the name in the comments like they used to. Kind of stinks. But I'll go check out some of the other stuff on there later on. If not tonight, maybe tomorrow, but I will go check out some more. But speaking of my get home bag, since that one has basically failed where the shoulder straps meet the body of the pack, that has really started to rip, and I don't have the means to sew it back together. And I don't know what kind of thread or needle would be to do that. So, plus that pack had a couple other things that I really don't like. I mean, the zippers are good, the pockets are good. It's just that where the shoulder straps at the top meet the pack body, that's where it failed, and I really wanted to stress test it. And since I don't have a vehicle, I don't have a place to just keep a get home bag all the time, so I wear it just like a lot of other people around here wear backpacks, for whatever reason, whether for work or school. So I am going to, next time I get my deposit from Google, I'm actually going to use it to get myself a better quality pack. Yep. The apple sauce and the cake work well together. That's a good combination. Oh, and that's pretty much it. This is all I got left. And I plugged in my phone too late to get a whole lot of good out of the power bank, and it's giving me the low battery signal. So, plus I've been on here over an hour. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one good. This is a good meal. This 2018 menu 24. Southwest beef with black beans. This would be good on rice. So if I had some, if I had like some instant rice, I would have put that on top of the rice. In fact, I think I did that in the Ration mashup. So that's in one of my mashup videos. I do want to thank you all for watching, and again, thanks to art4mre.com for dropping that super chat. So next week, Norwegian Arctic field ration, fish curry. That should be a good one. So, and thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.